Hi, this is Thunder E from Booredatwork.com and welcome to our full review of the Nokia Lumia 820. This is the second in line in the new Lumia smartphones. It's part of the 800 series. We've seen the 822, we've seen the 810. The 820 is exclusive in the US to AT&T, and right now you can get this phone for under 50 bucks. So let's go through some of the hardware specs again. We did that in the unboxing, but if you never saw that, let's check it out here. So what you've got here is a 4.3-inch display. It's a Super AMOLED ClearBlack display, WVGA, resolution 800 by 400. You've got a front-facing camera here. I believe it's a 1.9 megapixel front-facing camera. Got your standard Windows buttons. Now internally, this is powered by a Dual Core Snapdragon processor. I believe clocked at 1.5 gigahertz. Could be slightly wrong, 1.5, 1.4. You've got 1 gig of memory. You've also got internal storage of 8 gigabytes, as well as expandable storage. Now to get to that expandable storage, you see where the camera is here. So this is an 8 megapixel camera, Carl Zeiss lens, not a pure view camera, but an 8 megapixel camera with dual LED flash. You have to kind of press down the camera, and you see this little lip here in front. Press down, you push back. Since I have no nails, it's easier for me to actually use a coin and do that, and that's actually how you open up the back cover. So you might need to use a coin in your case. And there's the back of the device. You can see we have our battery here, 1650 milliamp battery. We've got our micro SIM slot, and we've got our micro SD slot there. We can put a micro SD card to expand. You've got your standard slew of Windows buttons, but let's just cover this up first for a second, and we get it back in there. Got your volume rocker, your power button, which we want to turn on, as well as your camera button. We'll slide this to the side. So again, this is on the AT&T network. You've got 4G LTE on AT&T. This is running Windows 8, Windows Phone 8 operating system, and this is a Nokia device. So what that means is that you do have a slew of software features from Nokia that makes this a different Windows Phone altogether in comparison to what you have from HTC on the market. Now there have been some updates, of course, to the system itself, so you do have updates that have fixed some of the camera issues that have been mentioned, and we've seen some improvement with that. So while we just wait for this to actually reboot and start there. Now a couple of things. Again, you have the standard Windows 8 look, so of course you have your new start screen with the live tiles, so you can actually set up your tiles the way you want to. In terms of software, you do have Nokia Music, Nokia Drive, Nokia Maps, of course the AT&T applications in here, so the Uverse, Family Maps, Navigator, and things like that, which is pretty nice. You also have Nokia CD Lens and Nokia's collection of applications. So if we go into the App Store here, you can see we have the Nokia collection, and that gives you a lot of different applications like Photo Beam, allows you to share photos, Smart Shot, Cinematograph, you send it, Creative Studios, the Caddy Plus, I love that app for golf, ESPN app here is very good, and so on and so forth. So there's a huge collection of applications specifically built by Nokia for this device, or for their Lumia devices that go a long way. Now in terms of battery life on this is phenomenal. You've got a pretty long battery life. I would say you should get up to about 18 hours of use with this device. You've got the other features included here. You do have things like the tap and send, which is now standard on Windows Phone. You have the kids corner, so on and so forth. You can see, just looking at the battery life there quickly, what we have had with this device. So we've got 17 hours of use left, and a day left. Now this is on light use, so you can tell when you use on heavy use. I've probably got about maybe 18 hours maximum with this device. It's a very simple device. There's nothing too flashy about it, but in terms of feel and size, it feels very comfortable. I like the fact that you can change the back cover and get different ones. You can get a rugged one. You can get different colors to match. The only thing I don't like about the back cover itself is how to actually open it up. It's not clear cut. It's one of those things where you actually literally have to read the instructions, or else you won't be able to open up the device. So it's something that I wish they had done or taken a different route. But overall, the phone's solid. It's not heavy in terms of weight comparison to the 920. It's actually a lighter device. Also feels smaller, more comfortable. So if you're looking for something not too big, even though this is 4.3 inches, it looks and feels a little smaller, which I think is nice. You can get that nice portable feel. With your device, you don't feel like you're carrying a tablet in your hand or a giant phone. So that's something to take note with the H20. Overall, it's a nice device. It's simple. If you're the AT&T network looking for a cheap Windows phone, I think this will work well. There's nothing flashy about the device in terms of operating system software, but you do have you still have the touch feature where you can use a glove to actually navigate the device, which is still pretty cool. The camera is decent. You do get some decent camera recording off there. But the main thing about this device are the Nokia suite of software, which give you a lot of added features on a Windows phone, which is a good thing. So Nokia Music with free music, the navigation with Nokia Maps and Nokia Drive. But overall, it's a nice device. I would say if you're looking for something cheap again on AT&T, that won't cost you much. You can either get it free or up to $49, depending on where you're buying it. The holiday period, I think this is a good device to get and start off your Windows phone as well as your smartphone experience. So if you have any questions or any comments, let us know. Don't forget to subscribe to all our pages on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. It's all Border Work with 2 O's. So this is Thunder E saying thank you and always enjoy entertainment.